So let's talk about autism self-diagnosis, and the fact that it's a disability, it's not an illness. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one, but it needs to be said because the people that try to claim that autism is a mental illness are people that are ableist and people that are not autistic. Because as an autistic woman myself, autism is a disability, it's not an illness. Now, can people with autism be mentally ill? Can they have a mental illness? Absolutely, because any person can have a mental illness. A person doesn't have to be autistic to have a mental illness. There are plenty of people that are fully neurotypical that have a mental illness. And there are people that are fully autistic that have a mental illness. So listen, right now I'm sitting here multitasking, making a video at the same time, making a video about autism while posting a video about autism, because we can multitask. It doesn't mean that we are, dumb, retarded, slow, or stupid. And that's how people like to make us look. That's how people like to make us seem. Okay. Now because there's levels to autism. Okay. There are some people that are further on the spectrum that are more so on the special needs side. There are others that have autism that are geniuses, and both are autistic because there's levels to this. So anyway, the thing is, the people that stop. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Not you. Thing. The thing is, do not worry about people that do not believe your autism. Because people that do not believe your autism diagnosis are those that are ableist, as I said before. Because what happens is that the people that are severely ableist are the ones that will not believe someone else about their autism, or will not believe that someone actually is autistic when they've known them for a certain amount of time. And the thing is, a lot of times high functioning autistic people that are like level 1, those are the ones that tend to get overlooked the most, because others will find it hard to believe that they actually have autism, because they are so articulate. They are able to they are emotionally intelligent, they are emotionally mature, they are just mature in general. They are able to process things differently. And the thing is, a person with autism can very much so process things, and process things even better than people that are not autistic. The only difference is that they're just slower to process things. I can process things very clearly and it can be very concise, and I can be very insightful on what I process. However, my processing is a lot slower, and I allow myself to process things in the pace that I need to process. You follow me? So anyway, what needs to happen is we need to stop looking at autism as a mental illness, because it is not. It is not. It is not. Autism is not a mental illness, but it is a disability. And if it is a mental illness, I want you to explain to me right now why autism is a mental illness. Go ahead. Stitch this video from this part right here, or comment down below as to why it is. If you're on TikTok, stitch this video. But if you're watching this on YouTube, comment down below as to why autism is actually an illness and not a disability, or why it's more of an illness versus a disability. Go ahead and explain that to me. Oh, y'all awful quiet. Can I buy a vowel? Says Medea. So that's the thing. Y'all love to claim things that you think are true and factual, when in reality, it's not. It's not. And that'd be the thing. It'd be like, y'all people that are not autistic be trying to act like y'all know more about autism than a person that actually has autism. How you hating from outside the club? How you trying to claim something and try to speak on something that you have no experience with? because that be y'all problem. Y'all ableist people, y'all be wanting to sound so smart and so intelligent and so insightful and so, so wise, when y'all realize, y'all don't even be realizing that y'all be exposing y'all own ignorance. And yes, I'm finna go there. I'm finna go right the fuck there. I'm finna be all up in y'all motherfucking house. Because y'all be the main ones, and I'm talking about ableist people. Y'all be the main ones that act like you know so much when you really fucking don't. Y'all be pissed at the fact that people with autism are smarter than you, wiser than you, and more insightful than you, more intelligent than you, more emotionally mature than you. The list goes on, baby. Y'all be mad about that. And y'all be trying to basically discredit a person with autism and try to claim that either we're not autistic or that y'all know more about autism than we do when we have lived this shit our whole entire lives. Baby, let me tell you something. The difference between you and I is that we actually, people with autism versus you ableist people, is the fact that we know that when we have not experienced something, we're not afraid to say that. We are okay with saying, I don't have much knowledge to speak on this topic, so I'm not going to speak on it. I don't have much experience with that, so I'm not going to give you any type of wisdom or advice because I don't have the wisdom or advice to give you for this situation because I have not experienced it. We are okay with being transparent. We are okay with letting people know things that we do know and things that we do not know. We are okay with not knowing certain things because we know we do not know everything. We know we don't know everything. We can be geniuses and know a lot of information and know a lot of wisdom. But we know that we do not know everything. And y'all motherfuckers' problems is y'all ableist people problems. Y'all think y'all know every motherfucking thing. And y'all get mad when we basically outsmart you, or we're smarter than you, or more insightful than you, or more intelligent than you in certain situations. So y'all get pissed off. And y'all basically be looking at it like y'all be showing y'all ableism. Y'all be thinking in y'all head, how the fuck does this slow ass autistic person know more than me? Autistic people are slow. We're not slow, baby. In fact, I'm gonna go there. Y'all be slower than autistic people sometimes. And I went fucking there because I don't give a fuck. We're sick and tired of people treating autism like it's a fucking mental illness when it's not. We're sick and tired of people treating like we're fucking the R word. The R word. I'm not even gonna use that word. We're tired of people treating us like that. Because we're not, bro. We're not. We can have our moments when we can be a little bit slow. Yes, we can, because we are slower to process things. But that does not mean that we are completely fucking slow. Okay? Having a disability is having a disability. Having a mental illness is totally different than having a disability. A mental illness is something that you develop over time. A disability is something that has always been there, has already been there, and will always be there. A disability is like Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. They're blind. That's a disability that has always been there. Well, not Ray Charles, but Stevie Wonder. Okay. Sometimes a disability can develop over time, like Ray Charles. He wasn't born blind, but he developed his blindness. Stevie Wonder was always blind. That has been a disability for his entire life. Are you going to say that Stevie Wonder is mentally ill because he's blind? No. People that are deaf, people that are born deaf, that's a disability that has always been there. Are they mentally ill just because they cannot hear? No. So as I say, autism is a disability. It's not a mental illness. Yes, people with autism can develop a mental illness if they're not supported, if they're not loved, if their needs are not met, if they're treated like they're fucking autistic and treated like they have a disability, and people are not patient with them, people are not compassionate with them, people do not offer them empathy or love, then yes, we can develop a mental illness, because anybody that is not loved and their needs are not met can form a mental illness, develop a mental illness. But that does not mean that autism itself is an illness, because it's not. And y'all people that think that it is are ableist, or you're just not autistic because you haven't experienced what we have experienced every single day of our lives. Just because a person can articulate themselves very clearly and concise, and they're very insightful and emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature, does not mean that their disability is null and void. Every other moment of their life, they're dealing with their disability. And you would not want to live as a disabled person. So please miss me with the bullshit, because it's not a mental illness. It's a disability. It's a disability. It's a disability. It's a disability.